Hey, what's up guys, it's ItsMoldgold here, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a backflip on the ground. I would recommend that you learn how to do a backflip on a trampoline first before you attempt to do one on the ground, just so your body's used to flipping and going upside down. However, doing a flip on the ground from the trampoline is a little bit different, and you're going to want to practice a few things. The first thing you're going to want to practice is just throwing your arms up in the air like this. And the reason you're going to do this is this will allow your arms to create momentum, and this will help you spin or flip faster when you go to do your flip. Once you're comfortable with that, what you're going to want to do is practice doing that same thing, but at the same time jump straight up in the air. You might feel kind of stupid if you're doing this in front of a group of people. I'm not going to lie, when I filmed this I felt pretty weird. I figured that one of my neighbors were looking at me right now just peeping through the window, but this definitely helps you with your explosive start that you're going to want to have when you do a flip. So once you get comfortable with that, you're going to want to practice tucking. And what a tuck is pretty much taking your legs and bringing them to your chest. And the reason you do this is this helps you spin faster as well. And practice doing that a few times. Just jump straight up in the air and tuck your knees into your chest or your stomach area. If you're comfortable with grabbing your legs, go for it. I feel comfortable with keeping my arms to the side of my body. Either way works. It's all personal reference. And just practice doing that a few times. And another thing I want to say is when you go to do the backflip, make sure you do not jump backwards like that, but instead you try jumping up as high as you can. The reason you want maximum height is so you can complete the backflip. So here we go. I jump straight up, well kind of, and then I tuck here and I complete the spin with a nice landing. When you first land, when you first get the flip or the backflip, you might land kind of crappy. You might land on your knees, you might land in a crouch position. I still land like that every once in a while. I'm not a professional backflipper. I just taught myself. I used to do them on trampolines, and one day I want to do them on the ground, and I know you guys can do it too. I'll give you guys some tips on how to get over the fear of laying on your neck, because I know for a fact that pretty much 90% of the people watching this video want to know how to get over the fear of laying on your neck when you go to do a backflip on the ground. Alright, so the first thing I did when I wanted to learn to do one on the ground is I practiced doing them on the trampoline without jumping. So I would just stand on the trampoline and just do a backflip. Once I was comfortable with that, I went to some family reunion or party, whatever, and I went on a bounce house. Maybe you guys won't have that opportunity, but if you do, I highly recommend that you practice doing backflips on a bounce house or something a little less bouncier than a trampoline. So I started doing backflips on the bounce house, and I got really comfortable with that. And then once I got comfortable with that, I moved on from the bounce house to a mattress, an old mattress that you can find in the garbage. If you don't want to use one from the garbage because you don't want to get a disease, use one from your house and then do a backflip on that. I don't know why, it's almost as sturdy as it would be on the ground. It's not too bouncy, but for me it was a mental thing. And since I started doing them on the mattress, I felt comfortable. And then came the hardest part, was doing the backflip from the ground onto the mattress. And after that, you realize that you can do it on the ground. And what I did after that is I just did a backflip onto a pile of blankets, and right after that, man, I was so happy, because right after that, you can do the backflip. Everybody has their own personal thing to help them get over their fears. Mine was pretty much just going down the ranking, or down the bounciness, if that makes sense. From a trampoline to a bounce house to a mattress, to the ground. Just going slow and steady, but going downward to less bouncier things. And eventually I was able to do them on the ground. Also, another tip is don't feel pressured, because if you're pressured, you're bound to fuck up. So if you're doing this with your friends and they're making you laugh, or you feel very uncomfortable and you do not want to do it, don't do it. I did this because I wanted to do it and I felt that I could, and look at that, I could. And also, if you're afraid of landing on your neck, don't be. You always have your hands. If it comes down to that, that situation, you always have your hands to protect you from landing on your head. And if you're scared to do it, don't do it. You have to think to yourself that you can do it. You have to have a positive attitude, and if you have all that, you can probably do it. I hope this video helped you guys. I want to apologize if it didn't, but anyways guys, it's ItsMoldgold, and I am out. Peace.